Hello there and happy Friday. Welcome to my channel. I'm Kate and I'm in my nest now and extremely happy because my husband and I are just home from a little road trip through the countryside to see his parents, which is always wonderful, family and just chatting. And yeah, I got to do a lot of stitching. So in the car coming home, because it's Friday, I realized I haven't done a Friday forage and fun for a little while, and a few things have influenced me. So like usual, I've just got to set the scene before I reveal. In the car, and while I have been away, I have been stitching and stitching this work, and my teacups, I'm adoring them. My pomegranate, another teacup's nearly done. I've been filling in, coloring and doing green leaves. And I am just really, really happy to have this rich piece, which is part of the Roxy's challenge. I showed a little picture to the gorgeous Kiki, and that's Vanessa Kiki, and she's on Instagram. And she said, Kate, I think it's time you started to embrace one of the things that you love having around you, as well as flowers. So that's what I've been thinking about all the time, all the way home in the car. So that was about 3 hours. And we stopped for coffee. So here we are. This is the launching pad of this Friday fast and fun little project. I'm just coming home and playing because these things are meant to be. I found this gorgeous, so we stopped at the town of Gunning. Can't really describe where that is, but sitting in that store was this little handmade brooch. And it made me smile because behind my parents-in-law's place is a like a little creek that has residents geese and then sometimes swans, and I do love swans. This is not a swan. It could be a goose or it could be a duck, but look at that hat. So this lady puts things together, vintage things. So I think this is a buckle with a brooch, and would that have been an old button? I'm not sure. Her name is Glennis Vintage Style Goodies, and I think she's on Instagram. But that is the little piece that brought me home to my nest. And I looked around and I thought, you made that dingle dangle bird that you haven't used. You've got this bird from, if you've been with me for a while, that was my attempt at the seasons where we needed a bird in the Edith Holden challenge. I can't remember which one that was. I've got this dangle dangle. I've been working on this larger pin cushion, which I love and use and took away with me. And beside me in the car, I had this pouch, which I've shown you before, and the swan. So what does that all mean? I feel like making some sort of bird, and I thought about making a cupcake to sit in my beautiful cup here. I'll just put this one there. I've got my sunflower tin. I'm feeling very sunny is what I'm going to tell you. And I thought about making a cupcake pincushion, a la this style. This is the one that I made in the hotel room in Dallas when I got stranded. I've got them all around me. You can never have enough. There's that one. Here's the one that's on my scissor keep. You know me. But I thought, I'm not good at drawing. Where will I start? Because previously I've used other people's bits and pieces. Sorry, let's stop. How are you guys? Can you see what's happening? Home in the nest and on fire. I hope if you're close to the weekend that you are looking forward to that. If you're watching it midweek, you know my thoughts are with you wherever you are. Just remember that I'm here to share my ideas only because I'm doing it anyway. And I was encouraged to turn the camera on. So that's what I've got. So that's the story. I'm hoping this will bring you some smiles because, drum roll, I can never have enough things that I need to stick pins on. Look at this from the car. And I'm not disciplined, but I'm not a good drawer. So I found a picture on the internet and just traced it off my computer. So this is a swan. And I got to here and I can't fussy cut, and I thought I can't fussy cut those feathers out, but that gives me a basic shape. And then I looked at another of my favourite swans on a piece of clothing and thought it might be easier to have the swan's neck a little not as long for my first go, especially maybe for a pin cushion or something. So the result, drum roll, is this. So it might look like a yellow duck to you. It really doesn't matter to me, but I thought this is my first, yes, sort of real bird-shaped item, because this was not the full hog, but that bird sits with me all the time still rather than in the nest. Anyway, that's another story. So what have I done? I found some leftover blanket and I thought maybe I'll put it straight onto a piece of ongoing work, and I thought, no, let's make it stand alone. I went over and foraged and found this beautiful happy, oh, it looks a bit dangerous, doesn't it? Happy chrysanthemum fabric. And all I've done is I stitched it out a bit bigger, and then I've been going round and just running stitching this on, because I was, reminiscing with friends and family about, I used to dream of making toys in holiday periods. Now I've just realised, sorry, I've stopped mid-sentence, because how am I going to get stuffing up into that swan's head? I don't know. So I might just go out here further. Forget the running stitch and do a overcast. So can I tell you the best news? I have realised now that after this day, I am home in my house until, well, like, I'll be going out of my house, but I'm not travelling anywhere until the 29th of May when I fly to the US. So that excites me, because it's time to work on my bigger projects, really knuckle down and get some making done, and just be snuggly. So this is my celebration of doesn't even have to be I'll tell you, one of the ideas I have is I want to put swans and more elements like this on my wearables too. So this is just a play at what can I manage and what am I hopeless at, and can I learn to design my own swans, birds, etc. I've seen so many bunnies over the Easter break that's what I think has inspired me as well. I want to put a little imaginary eye on here. Where would that be? Rachel always thinks this is a serpent, so I don't want to, so it's quite close. Maybe around there. Or maybe, I don't know. That has to be the beak. So it just makes it personal. All right. I hope you're stitching away and doing maybe something fun too. It may not be as crazy as this. And then I'll tell you about the other treasures I have around me. I bought this snippet roll out, which I've already, because I'm thinking that this might make a beautiful wing. So we're going to collage the wings and the design as well as that. But for the moment, we're going to put the stuffing in. Now I better just check that I haven't been, that you can still see me up. So I'm going to need more. One thing I've realized is to be better organized. So under my working table here, I have my recycled old cushion that I use for the stuffing. I did think I could, again, Kiki's been a wonderful influence. She's made like a bag out of a doll's dress. Then I thought, oh, could I do a Bjork and make look, this is going to work. Because that, I could work out a way that the swans, well, I'm going to call it a swan. I probably need a longer neck, but first time for everything. So literally, to do this, you just have to cut out a shape and stitch around it. Okay, now we're going to try and go up there. Maybe I'm liking the coloured side more. Who would have thought? But now she's going to swim that way. Is that a problem? I really like that. Okay, so let's give you this side. Where's that pencil? Can I go up in the neck? Sorry, Swan. Doesn't seem to be going up in there. All you experienced people will be thinking, Kate, do this and do that. But I can't hear you, I'm sorry. So we're going to just do this trial and error way. And welcome to some lovely people. Well, you're all absolutely lovely, but I have some lovely people who are new subscribers, and they're telling me that they're, wanting to do more stitching, and I just want to say go for it. There's so many wonderful stitches to learn from on YouTube and on Instagram. It's just freed me up to be myself. I did search YouTube just before I did this for Swan pin cushions to see if I could find some. Now, it could be just the way my computer's set up, but I didn't see any come up, so I've just had to make it up. Oh, where am I pulling that from? I don't know. Oh, that was the beginning. I think she has to go this way, don't you? Which means I'll squidge this around here, and then we'll, oh, I know, because that's what I need to stitch her up with. Okay, let's just go back to running stitch, and then we'll do some embellishing. If nothing else, you can have some giggles. Because I am. I'm saying to myself, Kate, what are you doing? And showing these people. Whatever makes us smile is good for us. My dad, who was a great reader of the Reader's Digest, used to love that column. He used to read it out to us around the dinner table. Laughter is the best medicine. So that's what I'm hoping you receive, some giggles. Okay, there we go. Just leave that out for the moment. Feels a long time since I did my Fleur little fabric journals. I think I have to have this bit of my snippet roll. I'm literally going to applique it with this beautiful bit of linen on it, because it's reminding me of wings. Like that. I bought this beautiful maybe it could be a stand up on this side and a lay down on this one. I don't know, but I love, look at this. Such happy fabric. This is a little, excuse me, bit of vintage 9 square, if I'm right in my learning about quilt patterns. I've also got this flower that could be a wing. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty? We'll save that for something else. But what if we have it's a wing and a flower. Now, there might be some other things to come underneath that. Let's go back to this. Oh, look what happened. Where did that go? She's going to be a lay down pincushion, which means she'll be reversible. Which means this wing could be there like that. Oh, okay, let's keep auditioning. I bought this I painted that a few weeks ago. I think you may have seen that. This is what is exciting me, and is the 3D opportunity. There we go. Let's pin that in there. I've also got this one that I dyed and was going to use for my vase. I'll have this for my workshop. Let's see if a little bit of this. 1, 2, 3. So 3 shells. I like that uneven number. Maybe on this side. And there. Now, some of you might be saying, I want to make a rabbit or a mouse. As long as you... Oh sorry. That was me. Of course it was me, stabbing myself. So look, I've got my heart sitting here. Now my swan. If I put... I'm going to put the bird. Maybe I need another layer of something. What could I have done? I could have put a base in, actually. Oh, here we go. Let's learn on the spot, because I was going to say for next time, but let's do this. There we go. Now that's going to be better. Yep. Aren't we so lucky? I love this. Aren't we so lucky because we play? This is what it is. Play for... I also bought this over. That's, again, that cheap... got that from the sewing basket as well. I think we need to concentrate on this page, on this side of the ducky. Oh, swan. No. This one had like, oh, there we go. We could have a frill underneath. I'm just doing this lots because it's malleable. What have I got on the snippet roll? Oh, I like that. So, this is why, and I heard Rachel say this, Rachel from Roxy's, just the other day, like, keep everything that you do, because you never know when you may use it. Okay, well, that's all come on. But that's okay. So here's the swan going up into the water, or she could be going this way. No, this way. All right. I won't show you all of this, but I do need to get that. I want a little bit of colour on this side. No, maybe not too much the same. All right, let's get it needle, Kate, and stitch some things. Otherwise, because I forget so quickly. Let's have a nice colour. Now I feel like, remember I've got that. I've got and I've got that and those. And I chose this piece because of that petal and the grass and the tulle. So the swan is going to have a base. Okay. Needle is one thing. Some thread. I'd like to use this, but I think it's stranded. Oh my gosh, I've never shown you that. I might try this. Maybe I could get that through a needle. And I did put a needle threader here somewhere. I don't think I have it. All of a sudden it looks darker here. Oh my goodness, I'm in a lot of trouble because I need a thicker needle. I don't want to stop. Here we go. Yep, there we go. This is from Little Woolly. Haven't bought from there for a while because I've got such good supplies. Okay, let's get this bit on first. And I haven't made a knot because I'm just going to thread that under there for the moment. Look around the little sunflower. Yes. Oh, these are paper scissors. So we're doing ruffles. Ruffles as feathers. And I'm going to, yep, scrunch that off under there. So that's the idea for that side. And on this other side, what did I have going? I had that. And did I have something else? I probably did. But it doesn't matter because this is the fun. Okay, so maybe that was down like that. So that's the base. And does it matter that oh, well, here we go. It doesn't matter because that's coming off so easily. It won't there though, so we'll leave that bit there. Yep. Okay, pin. A little bit more of that one. Yep. Yes. So we will just use our needle now. I've lost track of all time because this is probably said it too many times, so I'll stop. I'll just keep concentrating. Okay. The big question is, where to next? I'll just stand up and have a look at how long I've been playing. Oh yeah, we still got a little bit. I think we might get her. I want to see a bit more of that eye. Yep, that's going to be proportional. And what about on this side? Somewhere there? Yes, that's quite impressed with that. That's a fluke. Let's get her on her home. She's going to swim this way, I think. Look at that beautiful velvet. In fact, that's what we'll leave that up like this. There's my rose there. All right, here we go. Because I've got plenty of thread. Let's go back down here. And remember the research that says it's good to have multiple projects. So they don't all have to be big. And sometimes if you need a break, just let yourself do what this is about. Probably doesn't have to be as extreme as this. But make a little purse. I saw Rachel today is making little bags, little drawstrings. It's easier on this side where I've got the fabric. Okay, there we are. On that side, yep. Now this is where we have to make sure that she stands up. Okay, here she is on this side. So we've got plenty of feathers. I've got this green leaf garden down here, a little bit of the grass, and we sort of need some interest. This is where I'll just tear this a little bit. Could it be a ruffled piece? My heart is telling me something else is coming to be on that side. I hope you can still see. Oh, look at those. And again, this is what happens to me. That was just in my little pile here. I've got some little bit pink. Got a yellow. Oh, that might be better. I like those. Where's my needle? Here. So it's like she's got a beautiful necklace on. Okay, we're going to do some visible stitches up here. Let's just go around here, gather this material up. Like that. Goodness me, it's becoming awkward to hold. But there we go. So, what do I need to do before you see her again? A bit more frilling. Actually, let's just go over that side. And dress her fully. We need another little tiny thing under there. Maybe a little bit of pink. More contrast. Yep, layer that there too. There we are. I'm just going to pin that because I think you've got, you might have gone to sleep by now. But there we go. How much fun. Yeah, so you probably haven't been able to see that because it's been 3D. So I'm glad you were watching your own things. But here she is. Here's my Swan pincushion with her little eye. She's smiling at you. We've started some layered feathers at the back. She's going through a vintage piece of velvet, piece of water with these lovely little trims from my snippet roll, coming towards the grass of the bank, and here's that side as well. I need to maybe just make this a little more rounded. Okay. Happy stitching, my friends, or making, creating, whatever you are up to. It's from my garden to yours, and we'll remember this as the day that, what did I say? Did I like that one? Can't remember. The day that this little bird on the way home from a beautiful family visit inspired some new projects for fun in the nest. Okay, until next time, I will see you soon. Take care.